China and Russia are preparing for World War III. Chinese authorities are trying to gather as much information as possible about the United States. Disguised reconnaissance drones are starting to be spotted over American soil. For example, there was a recent case in Canada where the military detected and destroyed an unidentified flying object circling over Lake Huron. A few days later, in the skies over Alaska, a strange sphere was seen hovering 4 miles from the city of Ambler. It was most likely heading from the coast straight through the Kobuk Valley National Park. Rumor has it that there's a secret U.S. military base somewhere in the mountainous area nearby. The Pentagon immediately sent a fighter jet to intercept the object, and with one precise strike, successfully destroyed it. The U.S. government immediately suspected and accused China of espionage, although China vehemently refutes the claim and says that the downed balloon was just a meteorological probe. That may be true, as the object really was similar to a probe, but there's no reason that a reconnaissance drone couldn't be disguised as such. Moreover, China has been accused of gathering intelligence against the United States several times now. Recall that a New Jersey court sentenced electric engineer Steve Liu to almost 6 years in prison for spying for China. Some military experts are already considering the possibility that certain adversaries are conspiring against the United States and that Russia is among them. Submarine blackmail and threats to America's security were just the beginning. Now the Russian Federation is actively gathering intelligence about its opponent. As proof of this, yesterday a Russian spy drone invaded the airspace over Moldova and was spotted very close to the U.S. Embassy. Maybe it's Russia that's running this whole intelligence gathering operation, while China's simply being used as a front. Whatever the case, their spies have been employing their tactics for a long time and have even had some success. It's no coincidence that nearly all of China's technology is a direct copy of America's innovations. Don't believe me? Here's the proof. China's latest fighter, known as the Shenyang J-31, is a total copy of America's F-35 Lightning II. Not only do they look the same, but even their layout and characteristics are the same. The J-35 is a fifth-generation fighter aircraft that, according to Chinese data, is capable of speeds of 1,400 miles per hour, has a combat range of 775 miles with its internal fuel tanks, and is also equipped with an active phased array radar. Its demonstration flight was more than successful, with the Chinese even boldly declaring that their stealth fighter could compete with the American F-35. But is it really that good? Can the Shenyang J-31 live up to its creator's claims that it's indeed a fifth-generation fighter? To help answer this question, let's talk about its power plant. Earlier, it was reported that China's fighter would house a Russian RD-93 engine, the same one that's on board the MiG-29 aircraft. This is not a fifth-generation engine. It can't even achieve supersonic flight in non-afterburning mode, which is exactly what the American aircraft can do. Therefore, to say that the J-31 can compete with the F-35 in terms of flight range is highly debatable, because the American jet can fly 1,550 miles without refueling, while its Chinese counterpart can only reach 1,200 miles. China's aircraft fares no better when it comes to speed. 1,400 miles per hour versus 1,600's quite a significant difference. In short, the F-35 is both faster and more economical than the Chinese knockoff. But what about its other features? Oddly enough, the two planes are equal in terms of armament, homing missiles, anti-tank guided bombs, and cluster munitions.
The primary armament is in weapons bays underneath the airplane, where we carry 6 medium-range radar-guided missiles.
As far as weaponry is concerned, China's fighter can hold its own, but regarding its protection, well, the Shenyang J-31 is said to have been developed using stealth technology, a claim that experts seriously doubt. How were these indicators measured, and by whom? How well does Chinese reflective plating work? Does it even exist? There aren't many sites in the world where performance can be verified with the required accuracy and reliability, and of course, China hasn't done any international verification. However, the reality is that the Chinese could easily steal these technologies from America because they've done it before. The creators of the fifth-generation J-20 fighter were suspected of copying American stealth technologies used in the F-117 Nighthawk bomber. In this case, there was no hacking involved because all Beijing had to do was buy the wreckage of an F-117 that was shot down in Serbia in 1999. When creating their aircraft, the United States focused primarily on its radar stealth and reconnaissance capabilities, falling short in flight performance.
The way we use it is by employing it against targets that we cannot normally see visually, whether it is due to weather, smoke, haze, or just some sort of other thing.
And by the way, the Nighthawk was the first production aircraft to use such stealth technologies. Its surface is covered with a special reflective material whose structure resembles that of a diamond, with a corresponding faceted design. Because of this, American newspapers once claimed that the F-117 was completely covered in diamonds, which was of course false. The unusual shape is due to the use of geometric stealth technology, to which each element of the aircraft is designed to deflect radar frequencies away from the receiver. It cost an incredible $6.5 billion to develop this diamond plane, a similar price to an actual gem of the same size. How much do you think it cost the Chinese to buy the wreckage?
We had to do something to get the cost of these airplanes back down to a reasonable level.
Whether this invisibility technology is actually effective in combat is debatable, but during the F-117's entire service life, only one of the 64 units produced was lost in combat. However, it also had its downsides. Due to its unusual shape, the Nighthawk was difficult to steer, had poor maneuverability, and simply couldn't break the sound barrier. By the way, it had a top speed of 620 miles per hour. Not ideal, but still quite good. In any case, this plane was revolutionary for its time. Inconspicuous, fast, powerful, and reliable, it was the stuff of dreams. Beijing, for its part, just couldn't pass up the opportunity to copy the technology. What's more, the Chinese even managed to improve on the concept and create their own fifth-generation fighter, the Shenyang J-20.
A J-20, also called the Mighty Dragon.
The developers proudly boast that their product even surpasses its older brother, the J-31, and will be capable of destroying any American aircraft. This may actually turn out to be true, because this fighter can reach speeds of 1,600 miles per hour and has a range of 3,100 miles. Those are simply stellar numbers. There's only one problem. Only one prototype possesses such abilities, and it's only at the testing stage. The rest of the production aircraft fall short of even the F-22 Raptor's indicators, and that plane came out 26 years ago. However, the J-20 is indeed built with stealth technology, and shooting down fighters is no problem with its maneuverable precision missiles.
And the Chinese are pursuing low observable aircraft with the kind of capabilities that the J-20 have.
Planes aren't the only things being copied. Take a look at China's only strike drone, the Kaihong 4. Does it remind you of anything? Now put it next to America's MQ-9 Reaper, and it all becomes clear. The Kaihong copies both the drone's look and functionality. Both drones are high-altitude strikers designed for powerful ground attacks. Both can operate in adverse weather conditions and are compatible with the new 220-pound laser-guided bombs. At one point, the CH-4 differed in its lack of a radar, but the latest modification changed all that, and now both drones are literally twins. Or take the Z-10 attack helicopter, for example, which is also a complete copy of the notorious Sikorsky MH-60R Seahawk. It has the same load capacity, armament, range, and flight altitude. Well, at least this time they tried to change its appearance, so let's thank them for that. Will China ever be able to defeat the United States in a battle? More importantly, will they ever have an invention of their own that they haven't stolen? Leave a comment below with your answers. Our videos come to an end. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up and click the notification bell to help us create more awesome content for you. Have a great day and see you soon.